Hello, I'm not dead. Yeah, it's been a while, but I've got a good excuse this time. My PC is rubbish. Yeah, I had to get like a new graphics card and everything put in it because every time I tried to record something, OBS would just crash it. Like I needed to pull out Task Manager to shut it off level. As you might be able to guess, we're playing R.E.P.O. Which, shockingly, I thought this was like a fully released game. No, it's still early versions, like the beta is out. It acts like a fully released game, it acts like it's finished. So how is it going to be whenever it's fully done? I don't know. But unfortunately, we're going to be on our own today. As you can see, I've played a little bit. Still rubbish. Ignore the times in those. I'm okay, it's not going to go well, but still, the best map. This is the best map of the three maps. This is undoubtedly the best one. Hey, there's still a little bit of lag, but it's not nearly as bad. Now, something I will have to say is, no, enemies can hear you in this game. So if I go quiet, I'm not ignoring you. Well, I might be, but I'm probably not ignoring you. I'm trying to hope the enemy ignores me. So if a frog comes after me, or a small child, or a floating head, it's one of those. It's weird. There's no loot here. But anyway, if you don't know what R.E.P.O is, well, where have you been, mate? It's all over the place. Oh goodness, a heavy thing. R.E.P.O is like some of those other go into the spooky place and fight spooky monsters and collect the valuable things and get out alive games, only it's better. It just is better. Sorry Lethal Company, sorry Content Warning, all of these. It's just text to cake. It's just so much better. I don't know how, but it's just different. It's got more charm to it. It's got more progression to it. It feels less monotonous. Even though there's only 3 levels, it feels far less monotonous than Lethal Company ever did. And it's not as scary, but it is still scary. Not to mention the items work better. Like each item has an interaction, and the enemies interact with each item. Like, if you grab it in the wrong place too many times, that thing will just straight up blow up and kill everyone. Oh. These, well, I always put these things in the... You done that on purpose. You did. He lost as much valuable as he could tumbling out of there. Right, he's big and heavy, so I'm going to have to set him on the thing myself. If you see up on the top corner, we have to put 8,500 onto this little... No, calm down. On this little schedule. Not the schedule. Extraction point for it to activate. But obviously you want to get as much as you can. You don't want to just put just enough on there then leave. You want to get everything. Because you're greedy. But my goal is, if you don't get out of the first level with at least 20,000, you failed. You failed the first level. You had to try again. You see what I mean about frogs? That's the quite annoying thing about some mobs in this, is they'll just go back and forth and leave you a bit stranded sometimes. That's why running around and exploring every room is good, because then mobs can get in there. But other times they'll just kind of wander around, cause issues. I've had this weird issue for the last 3 runs I've done, where it spawns 3 of one enemy. Like it spawned 3 mentalists, big brain guys, you'll see them in a bit. Spawned 3 of those frogs, which probably second most annoying enemy in this game. Not quite sure, haven't made the full list yet. And I can't remember what it was before then, it might have been the big jelly man. That was inconsiderate of him, he broke the door down. You know how difficult it is to get cart over that? Ow. I'm just kicking it about. I'm making more of a mess. Okay, let's see. There's not usually too much to explore in the first world, so some rooms tend to have, darn you gravity, some rooms tend to have more loot than others. The scary thing about this is some mobs have no audio prompts, so if you no. Yeah, some mobs have no audio prompts, so they can just sneak up behind you, but usually they're also a bit like difficult to, they don't see you very easily, so it's not as big of an issue. Another issue, items smash easily. I used to think they smash too easily, but as I get better at the game I kind of think, no, I just need to not be dumb and not throw the glass cup on the floor. But sometimes it does feel like you've done nothing wrong and all of a sudden the vase explodes. Oh, it's a love potion and I've got no one to share it with. How sad. I'll invite someone for next time, I promise. And they'll definitely accept because they're not scared of games like this. 205 for that little bump. It didn't even crack. Spilled none of it. Thought like the bits of that fern was a massive tarantula around the corner. I was about to freak out. I don't even think you've seen me freak out. What would me freaking out be like? Oh, see, like that? What? How? How did that explode? I lifted it up and pulled it back and it just went poof. Was it nailed to the cupboard? That's 3,000 just wasted. Just me talking about how it's sometimes my fault and not always the game's fault. That one, I don't know, maybe it was my fault. I'm gonna say it was the game's here because it makes me sound better. Also, who leaves their diamond cabinet open? Who ripped the door hinges off? This seems like a trap. One thing I know they're adding in the new bit, I'm talking a lot about the game I'm playing, which, I mean, fair enough, I probably should be, but like, I have an issue with thinking of things to talk about in these. One thing I know they're adding in the yeah, just ignore the frog attack. Yeah, the thing about enemies like this, the short ones, sometimes they can just look under tables, which I know is their point, that's not a bad thing. But yeah, there's 2 of them and they won't go away. So I think I'm just gonna have to, hey look, I'm here. Yeah. Maybe they wanted an interaction, I don't know. Just get them to go away. Oh, how am I going to get that down? Somehow I didn't. That frog hops by and knifes me again. I'm going to be livid. So what was I talking about before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh yes, in the new beta they have... beta? Good with words. They have added new maps, so that is like the one thing I would have wanted in a update to this game, so they are doing that, which I guess was kind of obvious. But they're also adding more mobs, I believe, and more loot and treasures and items and just everything. Yeah, things are looking pretty bleak. I must have missed like a big item or something. Or maybe they broke it, because that is not a down payment on a house, which is usually the goal. So I'm going to presume I do have some back hat there, which isn't a lot. It will get me just there, but still, I like to have a little bit more in the bank, because upgrades in this game are expensive. But I think we're just going to bank it. We're going to play it safe and get back. But again, as I was also saying before I was rudely interrupted, I think Repo just works better with long format videos. Like fewer several hour long videos just tend to be much better when it comes to this. Like, yeah, you can edit out all of the hiding under our table for a frog to walk by, but like, where's the fun in that? No, you know what? 21. Barely. You know, it's good enough. Oh yeah, also, this thing likes to do this really fun thing where it does that and just lets every monster in the available area know, hey, I'm here if you'd like something to eat. Come on, Taxman, start the engine. Start the engine. Start the engine! He really takes his time with it. Now we're on to the shop. Well, one of the shops. There's many different types of shop. I think we go to a new one each time. Everyone seems to like cutting out the shop in their videos. Like they play an ad during it, or they just cut it out. I'm not sure why. I like the shop segments. It's like a change of pace. It's nice. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but like, I think I'm right. So that's all that matters. Just kidding. Also, I'd like it if there was like a secret loot down here that you could get a rubbish piece of loot back here if you were desperate enough for like a cheap upgrade. But yeah, we ignore all this and we go straight back to here. Pocket carts are only useful if you're playing with friends. I don't have any of those. Too poor to get enough health strength upgrades, but yeah, upgrades are what you want. Max player count, I'm the player, so nope. Jumpy jumps, too poor, therefore level 2. Tumble launch, useless. Health, sprint speed isn't too useful. I'm going to go with a range. A range and a strength is usually a good, like, that's your first needs. And we have no stamina, so I might go with speed. I could get a strength, or I could get a health, and then if there was a stamina here, I'd go for that. I can just... wait. I can math. Yeah, perfect. Let me not think twice about this. I wonder what happens if I... That, apparently. Oh wait, I'm on 1 health. Ready for a no-hit run? Because I'm not. Oh, it's the worst level of the 3. Don't know why I just cut out the nothing there. This is by far my least favourite. Plainly because I think some of the worst monsters spawn here. No offence to them. And the loot is a bit dismal. It's always very brittle. Or very heavy. Or very fiery, explosive and such. But usually I love fiery and explosive things. They're all my jam. But whenever I'm getting paid for things to not explode, not very nice. And then a monster shows up and blows everything up. And all my money, that's not the point. I either blow you up for money, or I get paid to not blow you up. That's the deal here. And now you're telling me I have to pay to not get him blown up, or my stuff gets blown up? Not fun. Where am I going? Oh yeah. You'll see in the top corner, we've got 2 extraction points now, which is when some strategy gets involved. So usually what I like to do is bank as much as possible. And yep, here we go. Heavy and brittle. What even is that? I could not tell you. Bank as much as possible on the first area. Then that produces a bag of money. Which, I don't know why, I guess he just doesn't feel like taking all the money with him at that one moment. You then set that at the second one, and bank as much as possible. I'll show you when we get there. Usually best thing about having areas like this is just because there's more loot, more area, more monsters unfortunately, but quite often you don't see them as often because there's more place for them to be. And saying as I'm one person, I make less noise. Well, not anymore because I'm talking, but damn it. One thing that... Oh wait, I've got a lot of strength. I'm just realising I'm able to pick up some of these. Usually you only get 1 strength at this point. Hopefully this and the other expensive thing doesn't overset the counter. Okay, let's work out a strategy here. I'm going to finish off that area, then there, and then I'm going to go down here until I see the second extraction point. That's when we double back and extract all that's in the first one. Ooh, that would definitely set us over. Let me just hit it off a few things until it's less valuable, then I can set it on. That's smart. I'm big brain. Big, not big smooth brain, but still big brain. Sure, that's what's important. Wait. Oh no, that is over. My math didn't math there for a second. Oh, I hate it when it does this. It's a 3D printer halfway through 3D printing a griffin. Why is that? I suppose the 3D printer itself is valuable. Biggest issue with early game is stamina. It's always so low. And you need a lot of it to run away from scary things. As heard in the distance. Some rooms are like very choicey. Like this garage usually has... Oh, things can't break when they're in here. Well, they shouldn't be able to break when they're in there. At least not with each other. If a monster jumps in there, it's going to break everything. But as I was saying, the garage, it usually has like one big item, like a machine, Or sometimes it'll just be full of loot. Like globes and rings and weird dolls and everything. It's one of those boom or bust rooms. Woo, half its value's just fallen away. That's a lovely box. Thank goodness my reach was enough to not smash it into it. Okay, I haven't seen the big scary yet. So I'm assuming they're at the end of that hallway. Did I open that door? I definitely didn't open that door. Oh yeah, this is a noisemaker. Some items just create noise, because why not? It's funny watching you die, I suppose. Ow. Why did I do that? The torch isn't very useful. Nope, thought I saw a gold thing. Was that? No. It was a door that I did not open. What's this? Oh. Are you valuable too? No. Okay, we're officially in monster territory, but I haven't seen one yet, which is worrying. Usually they'll come out, say hello, then just vanish again. Until you know absolutely can't have them there, then they're everywhere. Good amount of loot here though. Could you not? Don't know why I'm so on edge. Usually I'm just looking away. I think it's because I've got the microphone in front of me. I feel like something bad's going to happen because of it. Which I mean, a very well might. I keep hearing ambient noise. It's a good pairing. don't know if you can hear me because I'm whispering. I don't know if that does anything. But that dude with the gun can hear very well, but he can't see, he's blind. And the duck, just a menace in general. But a pretty nice pairing, you know, of all things considered. Traitor. Thought we had a deal. I sell you to the mysterious taxman for tuppence. It's the plan. Okay. I'm thinking the next room is going to be a conjoining corridor between that furthest away check mark and the one to its I guess my right, yeah. So I think the furthest away one is going to be the other checkpoint. So it's best if I just go and bank this now. This is at this point is always right next to spawn, which you'd think it would make the most sense having it be like furthest away, or at least letting you choose when to activate it. Need to quickly get everything on there so it, yeah. Need to get everything on there quickly so that it doesn't go down with me still having the cart outside. Okay, it took about 8k off that, so good. That means 8k is safely stored in the bank, which is not enough, but we have 21 now to get to the other extraction point, which shouldn't be too difficult, assuming the duck. They haven't come yet, so usually that means they're not going to. I can't tell if it's just my FNAF instincts or if it is true at all, but I feel like those random game sounds that you hear, like for the ambience, some of them have gotta mean something, right? Like, I don't know what they mean yet, I don't know if they symbolise anything, who they correlate to. I know you hear different ones for different mobs, and some of them are just the noises the mob makes. There's gotta be some ones that are like, meaning a mob is spawned, or there's some loot you passed or something. That beeping means there's a loot collector right in there. My general rule though is whenever I hear any sound, hide. Just in case it's death. Me and him don't get along. He's not very nice to people. Well, people just say he's got a scratchy personality, but like, come on. Oh, no. I was trying to flush the duck down the toilet and he just heard me through something. I think I breathed or something. Yeah, the duck saw me and it was over. He quacks and makes noise and lets everyone know just where you are. And that's not even the worst thing. Will we go again? You know what? I'm gonna say that's a short little rap there. I'll see you in the next one. Ooh, not a bad map. Good night.